Okay, pouring rain today, so no flying unfortunately. I did finally get that light out over that little light. Thanks for the tips too, guys. This thing's a little pain in the butt. I don't know why it was so difficult to get out, but once I did twist it eventually, it just kind of fell out on its own. So I was like, that's a good thing. Again, with those things, I'm so paranoid because they should come out like naturally, because I'm always thinking of things like computers and stuff like that. If you have to like yank it, cram it, something's wrong. Usually you just have to twist it or whatever, like in a certain way, or let loose a certain lock. Like in these cases, I just don't want to bust a light bulb and everything comes flying out. That would have been a blooper, huh? I thought I'd try some fun things too, because when I was walking a lot of people always wonder, how long have you been actually walking all the time, or how much do I walk a day? And in general, I don't really have an app other than this Pokemon Go game that I just leave running at times while I'm walking, because why not have a little fun, and it keeps track of where you go. But one of the drawbacks is it only keeps track of where you're going if you actually have an internet connection and the app is actually on. So I was wondering if there was a better solution, but I didn't want to buy things like those Fitbits and stuff. It seems a little bit too expensive. According to this Pokemon app anyways, it says I walked, what is this, about 4,985 kilometers. Someone was joking and like, you know, you walked halfway across Canada almost. So what I tried to do was I tried this app I just heard about, something called a Sweatcoin, where apparently it keeps track of how many steps that you take a day, and at the same time you're supposed to be able to redeem it for rewards and all that. I'm guessing it takes forever, so it's not really worth it if you're doing it just for that. I figured I might as well try it out just to see what it's like. And holy, what's all these birds here? Looking for worms or something? That's so weird seeing a duck here. Oh, it's so soggy. I should have wore boots and stuff instead. But yeah, with that app, I guess I'll try it out. Although I was a little paranoid with all that talk of things like the Facebook and stuff, the data makes me wonder if that would be a thing with apps like this too. Oh, it's keeping track of all your data and stuff. But I might as well try it out. I thought it'd be interesting too, because apparently this actually keeps track of your steps and stuff, even when the app isn't on the main screen, so I can have it running in the background. There goes my batteries for my phone. It's gonna die way faster. Just as a little funny thing, I saw this. It's basically one of those little quizzes. I've seen them before, but it seems like this one has a little bit of a twist. I'll show the picture here and see if you guys can actually guess it, or who can guess it right the first time. It says, which one of these will actually fill up first when you fill in the water? So you look at it, you try to determine based on things like the holes, which one do you guys think would actually fill up first? It says here, most people will get it wrong. I'm curious to see how smart people are. How smart are you guys, the viewers here? I know there's a lot of more tech-savvy people, so you guys should technically figure it out, but I would assume that's also a drawback too, because we tend to overthink it in that case, when actually the answer is pretty simple. So no drone flying today, but I was still trying to catch up again to see what the final regulations are. Nothing up again, but I read this one here. It says, no drone zones in most of Comox Valley. I was like, what's this article about? But actually, I was trying to say, well, where can I fly? Even when I look at the maps, like there's like seaplanes and stuff everywhere here. You can't fly anywhere, and basically that's kind of what this article is about, like the no drone zones. Some of you even suggested I go around that area too, but it says in this article, it's no secret the valley is a photographer's paradise, but those taken to the air are paying heightened attention to what shouldn't be in the skies near them, drones. For pilots, private, commercial, and military drones increasingly have become an issue during flights, particularly since most of the area in the Comox Valley prohibits the use of recreational drones. So in general, they're basically saying, since that area is covered with helipads and seaplanes and all that, then the general usual story is keep your drones away, because that thing could crash into it, create an accident and all that stuff. It says most people who use recreational drones don't even know the rules that govern them. Drones are regulated by Transport Canada, which recently released new rules for recreational users. Although just keep in mind, this is not really new. They didn't announce anything new. This is the interim rule, which has been here in effect for a while now. Some of the regulations include that they must be flown at a maximum 90 meters above the ground, only during the day, not in the clouds, within 500 meters of the operator, and at least 5.5 kilometers from aerodromes. That's basically any airport, seaplane base, or areas where aircraft take off and land. Due to the latter regulation, it is essentially illegal to fly a drone within the Comox Valley. Unless you have permission, of course. It says, for those who operate drones for survey, agricultural or police work and inspections, academic research, or aerial photography for real estate, a special flights operation certificate can be obtained through Transport Canada. If flown in a restricted area without permission, users can be fined up to $3,000. And this is an interesting point. It says, Fred Bigelow, CEO of the Comox Valley Airport, said, while there has not been an incident with a drone and a commercial aircraft at the airport, drones could easily cause a collision with an aircraft if flown nearby. So more of the what ifs, of course, basically the precautions. And it says there's times when a bird gets ingested into a jet engine and it could lead to a catastrophic accident. And it could be very similar to that. There was a comment from a licensed drone operator. It says there's so many regulations and so many different things you need to know about them. I just think right now people are learning about the regulations. Just don't fly too close to people's properties and be respectful to people whenever walking vehicles, keep a good distance from vessels and buildings, and fly safe. So for the most part, it should just be use your common sense, in my opinion. I was trying to see what people's general reactions are, and this guy here says, it is really a no-brainer. Would you want to be the cause of another person's death or group of people? The Comox Valley has a lot of aerodomes and not all are shown in the above picture. Think, yes, it's a fun hobby, but what if I caused a plane to crash? Could you live with that for the rest of your life? I really don't like arguments or points like that because you can say that about anything. I mean, for example, like me, I'm a pedestrian walking right now. Look at all these cars. There is a chance someone could, drive off the road and hit me. It would be like me saying, so why allow cars on the road, period? Could you live with yourself knowing that you could potentially kill somebody, which happens every day? Like, I don't think that's a good enough reason to say stop flying here and there. I mean, obviously, if you're around the airplane bases and all that stuff, then yeah, stay away from it, but don't use that what if as the main point, in my opinion, because I could say the same thing. What if I'm in a hiking area, for example, someone's lost? Basically, the news said responders won't be there for another hour, so I have my drone, I can find them. Should I do it or no? Simple question. For me too, that's why I aspire to do kind of greater work and stuff like that, because I know a lot of people, they react emotionally. They don't really immediately relate to stuff because they don't use it, but once you give them examples that they could relate to, then it's completely different. And hey, really nice flowers and plants and stuff here too. For me, the realistic point on why you shouldn't have these over regulations is because you're holding everybody back. Like, even I'd say the country skill-wise. Are you saying you're gonna let everyone else around the world have great drone flyers for whatever reason it may be, yet here we're still in a dinosaur age saying no, we shouldn't do this? As well, if someone's within, like, let's just say within a forest area, which is technically within that no-fly zone, but you're literally inside a forest, there's trees covering you, but people want to use a drone as a way as a regular camera, what is wrong with that? I mean, you can't tell me that's gonna crash into a helicopter, for example, like in that instance. So for people just to say automatically, like, yeah, just get rid of them all, you gotta think about it in all scenarios as well.
I always thought,
Funny thought too, with all this walking app and stuff today, one of you even mentioned you bought the drone because it encouraged you to get outside. I think that's great. It's kind of funny because someone was joking before, like with this Pokemon Go thing. Do you know how many people went outside because of that game? Yet people like the governments, they spend billions or millions or whatever for these programs to encourage kids to be more active. Yet this one game got people to get out there. It's like there, I can say people will say, oh, video games, they're stupid. Just get rid of them. They have no benefit. Like, you don't know. People can use them in different ways. Not everybody is the same. And what the heck with this app? It says already, you're losing steps. Upgrade subscription and continue earning. What? I passed this thing already? It says according to this, I did about 9,000 steps. There's so much time in the day left still too. Oh my goodness. Maybe I walk too much. I'll post the number at the end, I guess, for people who are interested. I guess I need to choose something from the archive today too. Alright, see you guys later.